So we're going to have to make the decision. Is this weaponized incompetence, plain incompetence, or just laziness? This dude posted in the advice subreddit. He's 24, she's 25. He says, my girlfriend doesn't want to spend Christmas together because she wants time to think about our relationship due to an incident a few days ago. Is she taking this too seriously, or am I not treating this serious enough? After he made this post, he definitely got it in the comment section. I grabbed the screenshots you see 58 minutes after it went up because you never know if they'll snatch it down. He says, me and my girlfriend have been together for 3 years. We've been living together for a little over a year now. It's been going great between us. That is until these past few days where it has been really tense. Girlfriend was approved to get the 21st through the 27th off. I work from home, so my schedule is flexible. We talked before about our Christmas plans. The 21st, we have a party with our friends. 23rd, she celebrates with her family. And on the 24th, we both travel to visit my family and spend Christmas Day with them. Now she tells me that she doesn't want to go with me to visit my family. Told me that she's willing to grin and bear it at the party with our friends if I'm willing to. I am, but after that, she's going to spend the rest of the week with her family, and it's all because of one incident. Girlfriend caught a cold a little while ago. She asked me to buy groceries and then get chicken green curry from the Thai restaurant she likes. She already had a few things on the list, along with sharing a couple of recipes and asking me to buy the ingredients from them. I asked her if this was all we needed, but she told me those are the things we definitely need, but I have to look around the apartment to figure out the rest. I'll admit, I did bug her a few times while she was trying to rest and relax while watching her show, but I just wanted to make sure. She got annoyed pretty quickly, which I understand. She's not feeling well. I asked her if we'd be okay to wait until she's better so we both can do the shopping. She told me by the time she gets better, she's going back to work and probably be a few more days until we're able to do the shopping, and we're already short on some things. I tried to convince her that I just need help with the list and I can try to figure it out the rest of the way. Girlfriend did not like that answer. She told me to forget it and see if her mom, who's in her 50s, is available to do the shopping. She was. Girlfriend finished up the list and sent it to her mom. I figured that problem is solved, so I told her I'm just going to go play my game, but I'll have one ear free just in case she wants to call out to me for anything, as well as hear the doorbell to let her mom in. She asked me if I'm really not going anywhere. I told her since the shopping issue has been resolved, there's no reason for me to go anywhere. Again, she was annoyed and told me to forget it. I was starting to get annoyed as well, but she's sick. I didn't argue. Told her to call me if she needs me, and left to play my game. So he went off to play the game. It's like there's something that he might be forgetting. All right, let's continue. Around 10 minutes later, she walked up to me and tells me that her brother, who's 21, is also coming by real quick to drop off the curry before he goes to his study group. Apparently, her mom was concerned that girlfriend didn't eat much today, so they asked the brother to drop off the curry ASAP. Girlfriend, still annoyed, told me, "Be nice if you did this for me," and quickly walked back to our bedroom. I yelled at her, "I would if you asked," and she shut the door. I was really confused and hurt, but I didn't want to confront her anymore and left her alone to cool down. It took me a while to calm down, to return to my game. Her brother came by, gave her the curry, put clothes in the washer and the dishes in the dishwasher. At the time, I thought the girlfriend asked him to, but it turned out she didn't. He just did them. He left, and then her mom showed up with the groceries and put them away. Her mom wanted to talk to girlfriend, but she was sleeping by then. Physically, she got better, but unfortunately, her mood didn't. She blamed me on how the laundry and the food were handled, even though her brother and mom were the ones that made those mistakes. Those were mistakes to get those done. She told me this incident made her question on how reliable I am. I asked her if she's really rethinking our whole relationship because of one bad day. She said it made her realize other things about me that she kept brushing off as no big deal. After that day where she felt like she was at her most vulnerable, all of those little problems suddenly came crashing down and makes her think that she can't trust me to be there for her. I'm hearing her and suggested that I'll do more chores if that's what she wants. She told me that'll be nice to see for the next week, but she still wants to spend Christmas with her family and thinks that we both should take this little break from each other and figure out what we both need from this relationship and then talk about it when we come back home. While I'm hurt that we won't be together for Christmas, maybe this week away from each other will make her realize that the whole situation when she was sick shouldn't be taken seriously. Maybe she'll even laugh about it when she comes back. However, I'd be lying if I say I'm not worried. I've never seen her this upset before. While I completely recognize that some Reddits can be fake, I get that. Please understand that this situation does happen where men need everything written out, color by number, everything. And then even still, when they get to the store, they will still need to text. Or if you go away for a moment, they need to text and where is this? And this is this. And they'll be living in the same house with you for however many years you've been there. But they have to call and text and check in and touch base and all of that just to make sure. So we do know and understand that the possibility that this is a real story or even something like this is real is up there. And this is what women are getting tired of. They're tired of knowing that they can't really rely on their partner. Like I could walk into a space where there is a woman that's in need and kind of figure out what needs to be done based on the situation. These people, these supposed most logical leaders, need so much hand holding. And some women are looking around like, I could do this easier by myself without acting like I have some kind of partner in this person that can't even like get me some soup when I'm sick, that can't even see that I'm frustrated with him coming in to ask about this dang on list. Just look around. Do you see that we need toilet paper and paper towels? Then get them. I shouldn't have to tell you everything. You know what we use in a week. You're there. You use it. At some point, these dudes have got to be some adults and stop relying on the woman to be the brain of the whole household and relationship. Let's look at some of these comments. Laura's perspicacious. I'm not sure what the perspicacious is, but I like it. She says, so your girlfriend asked you to take one thing off her plate while recovering from an illness. And instead of performing the very simple task of finding out what's low in stock in your apartment and going shopping, you whined and nagged your sick girlfriend to do it for you until she gave up on your ability to handle a basic adult responsibility and called her mom for help instead. And then you went to play video games. Am I understanding this correctly? And then she tagged me in. PLN Main says he also didn't get her green curry and didn't unload the dishwasher or do the laundry. He's sitting on his butt playing video games while girlfriend is sick and her mother and brother had to step up and help. OP, you screwed up big time. If I was your girlfriend, I'd rethink our entire relationship. I am a hedge honk says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees this, and I wouldn't want OP as my boyfriend. Are you kidding? He'd be lying on his vows if he ever said in sickness and in health. And that's where I draw a huge line between husband material and just a boyfriend. Lots of growing up to do, and that says a lot as I am also 24. Unexpected Edges says, can you imagine if his partner became seriously ill? He would be out of there so fast. This is where I got tagged in, says, Bourbon Bougie, think I got one for you, sis. And I'm like, this is perfect. Thank you. Funny Face says, dude, why are you letting her mom and brother do these things? Step up and take care of your girlfriend and your home. And to that, the OP says, I wasn't expecting her brother being involved. Wish she just reminded me of getting her curry and I would have gotten it. As for the laundry and dishes, they weren't bad. I don't know why he did them. Nobody asked him to. And so that's the thing. He needs to be prompted. He can't just do things because he's an adult. He has to have someone push him to do things. And Junior Tao says, do you wait for her to ask you to do anything? Dinah Sour Lover said, dude, you share a household. You need to do these things without having to be asked. She shouldn't have to ask you to do chores or go to the grocery store. And you need to be able to figure out the list without constantly asking her for help too. You have to learn how to be an adult. Dry Ad says, I was hoping this post was a joke. Research the term weaponized incompetence and then come back and reread your post. She asked you to grab a few things on the list. That should have been it, the end, taken off her mental plate. I get that you were willing to physically go to the store, but you repeatedly asking her for help on the list, or maybe I'll figure it out is ridiculous. This should have 100% been off of her to-do list, not walking you through it like a 6-year-old. But since you didn't have the capacity to get things from a store off an existing list, she had to ask someone else to do it. That is insane. You are a grown-up. You should be able to do grown-up things without being told to, or have your hand held while while she instructed you. As for her brother starting the dishwasher and moving the laundry, my dude, you live in the house and another guy realized those things needed to be done before you did. It's good for her to spend time with her family and figure out what she wants out of the relationship. It sounds like she's figuring out that she'd be mothering you for decades and is trying to determine if she wants to do that or find someone who can adult himself without supervision. This is the topic you need to apologize for, way beyond the fact that you went off to play video games while external people took care of the basic needs because you couldn't figure it out without asking her questions. Y'all needed to see that comment because that encompasses so many things. Being intuitive in your relationship and having the capacity to look around and see what's going on without a list, without like constantly nagging what is going on. It just requires a brain and some eyes. Now this person says, are you sure it is weaponized or just plain incompetence? I vote plain incompetence and a man-child behavior. Cherry Darling says, no, they know how to do it. They just don't want to. It's easier to play dumb, although I do think most of weaponized incompetence is not fully conscious behavior. It's just easy to let mom handle everything and go play video games instead of putting any thought or effort, hence why it's weaponized. Borcato says, OP needs to read She Broke Up With Me Because of the Dishes or whatever it's called. The mental load of people, usually the woman, taking all of the chores and the man saying, I would have done it if you had asked, not realizing that even having to ask means mentally juggling on the person who has to be asked. Interesting Lake says, yeah, and let's be honest, this won't be the first time he's been absolutely useless, but it might be the first time her eyes have been open. She sees her future and she doesn't want to be his mother. Maleficent Expert says, I feel like we wrote the same thing at the same time. Holy crap, haha. At this particular juncture, considering so many women are writing these things or so many women are just getting fed up, these types of dynamics are going to be seen more and more. These dudes are going to be blindsided because they think that weaponized incompetence is cute. Like she'll just get over it and just do it herself. But women are like, is this what I really, really want for myself? They're asking themselves this question. And sometimes the answer is simply going to be no. Get someone else to do it. Y'all join the conversation and let me know what you think of this.